let's get into this. One of the topics that was going on this week about the tush push, and they're trying to get up at the NFL. And we have a Philadelphia Eagles fan in the building, and I want to know should it be banned?
Should it be banned? Absolutely not. Because listen, if they had legitimate reasons that they were throwing out there, okay, maybe I might entertain it. Not really. But the reasons they're throwing out there, the number one reason is for player safety. I remember the instant we started running tush push 3 years ago. From then until now, not once has one of our O-linemen, the only person I've ever seen get hurt was Chris Jones in the Super Bowl because his simple self lined up sideways to try to stop it.
So that's somebody getting hurt from it.
No, that's him being ignorant. And who the hell lines up sideways on the defensive line? That's his fault. Besides that, in those 3 years, I've never seen somebody get hurt from running the tush push. Never. And it's a pile. We be at the bottom of the pile. We get lower than dudes. We put our heads down. I've never seen somebody get hurt from running a tush push. So the reason that they're throwing it out there for safety reasons, come on, we all know it's BS. We know the real reason that they're trying to ban it. Because it's a team that is unstoppable on 4th and short yardage or goal line situations running a certain play. Not to mention, we just got A.J. Dillon added to the mix, whose quads are even bigger than Saquon's. So between him, Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Hurts, you're talking about probably over 2,000 pounds of squatting strength, right? Running a play behind the greatest offensive line in the NFL. It's very simple. They don't want us to run it because we're guaranteed to get a first down on 4th and short or a touchdown within the 5-yard line. So the reasons are BS. That's all I'm saying. The reasons are BS.
You have the floor. I mean, that before I chop his head off, go ahead.
I just want to say, if they're basing it off safety, then we should just not have an NFL at all. Boom. I mean, CTE is real. I mean, folks are getting hurt every single play, so it can't be based on that. However, it needs a drum major because, yes, it should be banned.
There you go.
Ban it.
Oh, I like what you did there.
Yeah, okay. It's not a real play, okay? Like, you can't, in no other time, you can't push defenders over and push them into each other. You can't pick up a running back and take him down the field for extra yardage.
Right.
So the fact that you can push a quarterback, you got somebody strong as hell behind the quarterback pushing him for yardage while he's pushing the lineman. That is, what in the rugby are we doing here? This is the NFL. This is football, dog. Get your yardage the old American way, okay? If you run a QB sneak or you put the ball in the fullback, running back's hands, you don't sit there and all of us together come together and we're going to push our way down the line because you can build up a strong enough wall so it's impenetrable and you can just go all the way down the field. That is not a football play. Mm-hmm. So that is the reason why I say that it should be banned. Is it an unstoppable play for the Philadelphia? Have they mastered it? Absolutely.
Yeah,
is it a cheat code? For sure. So if I was an Eagles fan or Eagle player, hell no, don't stop us. You got to find a way to beat it.
Right.
But it's not, in my opinion, a football play. It's a misappropriation of football plays. It is not a football play, and that's why I think it should be banned.
They find it's an illegal play. It's illegal.
It's legal. If it was illegal, it would literally be a flag every time we ran it. Let me ask you, B-Dot. You're saying it's not a football play. Is that based off of the formation and the play itself, or the fact that we push somebody?
Yeah, the fact that you're actually pushing somebody, you're moving another player.
Okay, so when a running back, and I
was waiting on you to say this.
I literally just seen this watching a game highlight. I forgot which game. It was some Colts game. Where Jonathan Taylor, he runs into a pile.
Yeah.
Right before the first down marker.
Right.
Then you see his O-line come behind him and push him to get the first down.
Right.
So you're saying all of that on its own. That's BS.
No, because
that's fine.
That's fine either. No,
that's fine.
Let me tell you why I think that's fine. Because the tush push, you come out the huddle. This is what we're going to do, tush push, break, right? What you're saying is in the moment. That's in the moment. You run it down, and we sit there for eons. Guys, you're running back. I see you down there trying to get extra yardage. I'm going to come behind you and just, boom, and push you to get extra yardage. That's
you push different. Me and I fall. That's one thing. If you push me and I pick up 5 extra yards, no, that should be a flag.
That's just a pile moving at each other because that's football. Y'all if I see you push them, I'm pushing that, and you the defender, you're gonna push against us. That's football.
That's literally what happens in the tush push.
I don't understand how you have a problem with the tush push.
The tush push is super illegal. It's super
illegal. It's the exact same thing you're saying.
Literally.
You don't come out the huddle and say, okay, Jonathan Taylor, once you get down to the 10-yard fight, whatever y'all line, I'm going to come by. No, it's a running back play. He's running. It's off instinct. He's trying to get more yards. I'm on offense. I'm gonna come behind them and try and push them. That's different than calling a play. The line that first of all, the formation is
legal,
super
legal,
egregious,
legal.
But you got 16 people pushing a damn quarterback. Listen, it's y'all already uphill day by day. You uphill. You uphill. That's no way we could. That's why the completion percentage, the rate on is over 80%.
Over 85%.
That's insane.
But here's the thing. You're saying that, okay, the Jonathan Taylor part is in a moment.
It's in a moment.
The tush push is out of the huddle. Right. Doesn't the fact that the whole world knows we're about to run this play make it even more reason as to why it shouldn't be banned? You know the exact play we're running. You've known it for months, probably even years now. You've had plenty of opportunity to come up with a strategy to stop it.
We can't.
That's not our fault. That's not our problem. That's not our responsibility.
With the bad, to quote Rick James and my mama.
But the thing is, y'all figured out how to stop it with the Packers, who tried to run it, and they were the first team to throw out. We want to ban it.
You won the Super Bowl because of a big part of it kept your drives alive. We get it. Saquon was amazing. Jalen was amazing. You got your Super Bowl. You got it. Okay, you got it. It has to go. Obviously, something wrong. We're not the only ones who feel this way. 16 teams said no.
That's not true. That's not true.
Well, they did the
what are your sources? 16 teams? I didn't hear that.
No, 24 is going to get it banned when they.
No, they need 24 to be with it. So they need 8.
That's what I'm
to be against
16 was like 16. So we need.
Y'all need 8 teams to say they don't want it.
That's what I'm telling you. It's coming.
It hasn't happened.
I know the next vote is in May 20th and 21st or something like that. This play is a disgrace.
But let me ask you this. You keep saying it's illegal. What in your perspective, what makes it illegal?
The formation.
The formation?
Yeah. Dot said it perfectly. You bring it in three running backs, 3 tight ends, 4 fullbacks, and you're pushing somebody. The defense they can't block it. It's unblockable. It's unblockable.
But see, if your defense is we can't stop that play,
you can't.
So ban it.
No,
that's what he's saying. You can't stop it, so ban it.
I don't side with that.
Why wouldn't?
Because at some point they couldn't stop. Who was that? Nebraska, and then with the I formation. You remember how Crouching and boys used to do the I formation with Nebraska? Couldn't stop it.
You couldn't stop Georgia.
They weren't going to ban the I formation.
Triple option.
Triple option.
You're not going to ban the triple option.
I know, but that's
Wildcat. When the Dolphins ran the Wildcat, who did they beat? They beat the Patriots.
Right.
You can't ban it because it's a play that we can't stop.
Oh yes, yes, the hell you can.
I think it's banned because it's illegal in the sense of you're pushing another player.
That's a factor as well. That's a big factor.
But I don't even agree with if I'm up the field in a tussle, you can push me to the
that's football. Now
see, here's the thing: you're being counterintuitive. You have to.
Okay, yeah.
If you take if you take out one, you have to take out all. You're saying you don't like it because of the pushing aspect. So when a running back runs into a pile and his lineman come behind him and push him, that's going to be a flag.
You're supposed to do that though.
But we're doing the same thing. We're pushing our teammate to advance the ball, Q. We're literally doing the same thing. You're just dressing it up.
Exactly.
All I'm saying is cool. If you want to go...
Don't give me that pig line. If you put lipstick on the pig, it still looks like Rosie O'Donnell. Don't give me that pig.
All I'm saying is this. If you want to... Yeah, he butchered it.
Roseanne. Just whatever.
What I'm saying is, if you want to ban it because of the pushing aspect, cool. Take it out the whole part. But if you're saying only because we do it and because it's the formation...
Oh, no, that's corny.
You sound like a hater.
You're taking your ball and going home.
I'm not gonna let you hold my ball. Just throw it in front y'all when you finish.
That's not how you're acting. You're taking your ball and going home. You're like, that play is not fair. Since we can't beat it, we're not playing with
I'm admitting that. I'm admitting to that.
You're admitting to being a hater.
No, that we can't. You guys have mastered it so much. This completion percentage on it is what is
over
85%. Come on, man.
Keep going. We mastered it, and what else?
Okay, so it has to be taken out
because we perfected it and nobody else has, and nobody else can stop it.
I'm not the only person that feel that way. Obviously, I'm not because they voting on it.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad I got it on camera. So okay, we can move on. But I will say this. I will say this about that. Do I want it banned? No. But you know what? I'm the type I like being against the odds. Ban the tush push. You want to know why? He just said what all these other NFL owners really feel about it. It doesn't have anything to do with no safety protocols because the Philadelphia Eagles mastered it. Nobody. This just goes to further prove that the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles were top 3 greatest football teams of all time. Y'all are banning a play Because of us, because of our
What'd
success.
you just say?
Top 3 football teams of all time.
Yeah.
How about fantasy land?
Let me know when you want me to list. Let me know when you want me to lay out the accolades. Let me know.
Top 3 football.
Most points.
Defense? What are you saying?
Top 3 football teams of all time. You ready? Just let me know when you're ready.
Hold on. Let me, because when you say something dumb on my show, I got to give you the button.
You ready? Now
Top
this
3?
is just what I know, B-Dot. I'm pretty sure there's plenty more that Philadelphia Eagles fan would chime in on. This is just what I know off the top. Most rushing yards in the NFL season of all time. Saquon Barkley. This is regular season and postseason. Most points in a Super Bowl scored by a kicker. A lot of people call the greatest quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. One of the greatest teams leading up to a dynasty. Blew them out, 55-20, whatever it was. It should have been way less. They scored some garbage points at the very end on our third team. On our third team safety.
Yeah.
Most points scored in a conference championship game. Wasn't even close. We had one close postseason game. That's all I know off the top. What, top 3 most sacks in a Super Bowl of all time against the greatest QB, they say, which would have happened 3 years ago if they didn't put us on that BS grass field. I just want to throw that out there. Just one game, the biggest game, the most important game. It's not just one game, Q. You can't do that. I'm not talking about the Pro Bowl or preseason. I'm not even talking about week 5. I'm talking about the Super Bowl and the conference championship. Again, that's just what I know.
Right.
That's just off the top of my head of what I know. We literally had no weakness.
Here's my thing.
No weakness.
So you said top 3, right?
Top 3.
I'm definitely going to give you the button. Who are the other 2 teams in this?
2000 Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
And one of those 49ers teams.
Okay. Now, Dot?
One of Joe Montana 49er team?
Yeah.
Dang, no love for the 90s Cowboys at all.
Well, see,
okay. Loaded teams.
Okay, let me be completely fair.
Whoa. Wait. Hold on. Don't line up in the lane 5 of the backstroke event right now. You're backstroking.
All right, I'll stand 10 toes. Because I was going to give credit to the Bears, not the Cowboys. But go ahead.
You have the floor. You got the 85 Bears.
That's what I was going to say.
One of them 70 Steelers teams with the steel
curtain.
Hello?
They were good.
One of them 90s Cowboys. I don't even think this Eagles team is better than one of those Buffalo Bills teams that went 4 straight Super Bowls.
Hey, them Buffalo Bills teams were stacked.
Who get no respect.
With Cornelius Bennett and Andre Reed, Jim
Kelly,
Thurman Thomas. They were stacked.
You want to kind of retract? Even Don Beebe. It was Don Beebe. Yeah. You want to kind of come back now?
And wait, them Patriots teams was stacked.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Troy Brown.
24 Eagles, top 3 greatest football teams of all time.
Safety.
You want to kind of, you see how we just quickly dismantled what you said.
How? You listed teams. How is that dismantled? I could do that if I wanted to.
Do you still want to keep them top 3 of all time?
Top 3 football teams of all time. We had no weakness. We were not. But the teams that y'all just described.
That was better than the greatest show on turf?
Yes.
Well, that 3, you must have been top 30 teams.
But here's the thing. Saquon, AJ, cool. Vic Fangio, do y'all realize that he took us from the bottom 4 defenses to the number 1 defense? You mean to tell me you have a number 1 defense with the greatest running back performance of all time on top of that? That's insane.
I mean, but when you think about talk about the Titans though, the Titans team that lost to the greatest show on turf, that team, that was their first year in Tennessee.
Yeah, they were good.
And they were great. Like, that was another great, like, when you talk about greatest teams of all time.
Oh, Dick LeBeau. That's one of the best defensive coordinators ever, Dick LeBeau.
Okay.
About, whoa, don't
Vic Fangio. Okay, I'm saying Dick LeBeau is nice, but Jimmy Johnson for the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the greatest defensive coordinators.
I'm just trying to give you room to recover from what you just said.
I'm standing 10 toes. But here's the thing. Like, we destroyed one of the greatest teams of all time in the Chiefs.
Kicked their butt, yes.
It wasn't like last time I seen that was with the Seahawks against the Broncos.
But this Chiefs team too, like, they were playing with some makeshift parts. You dig what I'm saying? Like, this wasn't the Tyreek Hill offensive minded young Travis Kelce Chiefs.
Yeah.
Not to take away anything that the Eagles did.
No, you're right. They
dismantled them.
Yeah, they weren't the same.
But Isaiah Pacheco wasn't himself all season. Like, they were a sort of a shell of themselves.
Yeah. Even
though they were as good as they were, and again, y'all throttled them. And I noticed, like, my wife, she's from Kansas City, so I have to keep up with all of their stuff. So, like, for real, like, but I can understand what you're saying. Like every stat you
You
just
can?
said was real. Well, I can understand. I still don't know if I put them top 3.
This
but I
morning-
understand
No.
the
Listen,
B-Dot,
excuse
come
me.
on, man.
this team was dominant, bro.
They was.
Where did we slow? Where
you
did we?
can't keep putting Listen, I'm not.
They were
Get off
dominant.
my
bro.
lawn. Some of the newer teams got to push. Got old guys out. We talking about we're wrestling. You know, Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes and all. The Rock. He comes Stone Cold and The Rock.
Right.
Steph Curry. I had to give him been the best shooter of all time over Reggie Miller and Larry Bird. Took me a while to do it, but I did it. So I get some of them, the youngins. They got to move some of the old guys out. But what you just said, top 3 all time,
Top
the
3.
2024 Philadelphia Eagles.
Top 3 of all time. Standing on it. We were unstoppable, offense and defense.
You had a good year.
Yeah.
You had a historic year.
Yes. I didn't
And
say
you-
greatest
and you
franchise. I
moved
said
them up
great.
to top
I said
3.
greatest team. Yes, a greatest team
You
happens
stopped
in
the
one
dynasty.
in 1 year. Yes, we pissed on a dynasty.
You did.
That's what we did.
All right.
There
All
you
right.
go. They did that.
All right, well, I got to give you the button.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
That is the dumbest I have ever. And by the way, you know, when you're telling these little stories,
Yeah.
here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
10 toes, man.
Top 3 all time.
Yeah, top 3. I would have loved to watch us play against the 2000 Ravens. I would have liked to have seen our offense against that defense, or the Steel Curtain, or one of Bill Belichick's
Saquon
old.
Barkley would have had minus 60 yards against the Steel Curtain. Seahawks Cowboys.
I can't even go that far. You talk about Ray Lewis and Suggs and them boys, man.
Yeah,
Ed Reed and all
Come on.
them.
yeah. I would have liked to have seen that
Well,
battle.
us Cowboys, we kicked the Steel Curtain's ass, I think, twice. we,
Just to be clear.
just to be clear. Maybe 3 times.
They're gonna say that about us with the Kansas City Chiefs in the future.
We turned that Steel Curtain into hotel curtain. Yeah, red roof and curtains.
Yeah, I can't say nothing against that.
La Quinta curtains.
I don't know where you came from with this today, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then, like I said, the cherry on top is they're banning a play
Yeah.
because of our success
the play
with it.
is the play is
They're
new
banning a
because
play.
it's new.
It's
a new
new.
play. It's like 3 years old. It's a new play.
But did the Wildcat even make it that far? Like the Wildcat,
what?
within
It
2
did.
years, we was stomping it
Yeah,
so much.
it
Like, all
took-
right, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, it took the Wildcat no time to get figured out.
Exposed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
You're
Tush
right.
push.
The whole
you know
world knows it's happening, Q.
Right. And you know what, Doc? You're right. It took us a while to catch on to it. You know what? This damn play is illegal. It's cheat. Like you said, cheat code. We got to get this up out of here, man. We got to get it up out of here.
It
Y'all-
only happened once we started running it. A lot of teams have mimicked it, had no success with it.
Right.
It only took for us to be successful with
Right.
it. Now, if teams tried it out the gate, because I know we're not the very first team ever in the history of the league to try that.
Right.
If it came from teams out the gate trying it and they instantly saw it and said, no, we can't have this. No. And by the way, I did my research. I saw plenty of QB sneaks with Tom Brady in the Pats where he was being pushed from behind.
Oh, come on.
So let's
Stop
just be
it.
clear with that.
That's-
So it's not the first time it's been ran. It's just the first time it's been unstoppable. People hate to see something unstoppable. But again, that's the cherry on top. One of the greatest teams of all time. Y'all are banning a play
Because
because
it's
of
illegal.
us?
You could
Because
try
it's
to.
illegal.
Yeah.
You
It's,
can't pick up people and move them across the
Right.
field. It's carrying on.
They do it all the
That's
time.
right. You
They
just get-
offensive
you just
linemen
get you a big
pull.
guy and let Tariq Hill jump on his back and then just run down the
yeah,
field with him and let him just block.
Is that
He just-
next?
Yeah,
Is that
what
next?
are we gonna do here?
Listen, if it happens, it happens. I'm not going to, again, I like to be against the grain. So if I'm a defense, I take it as a challenge to try to figure out how to stop this play. It will be
They
figured.
did.
See, the problem
No.
is we're playing Madden and y'all over there playing NFL Blitz. Remember NFL Blitz? You
Yeah,
just
well, they
throw
got hurt.
people.
That's why
and
it was
throw-
so goofy. I never got into it. And you could keep jumping on the ground and go.
Yeah, doing
advance
stuff.
yourself. I
Yes,
said, what the hell are we doing?
yes.
I said, Grandma, get this out of my damn house.
I was more of an NFL street man myself.
There we go. Another fake game.
Stop it. What?
Nah.
NFL
What
Street?
system? What system?
PS2.
Damn, never. Dog.
It had who was on the cover? It had legends. It had Ricky Williams on the cover. Y'all never played NFL
Never.
Street?
Is that when they play with
You ever play NFL
Jalen
Street?
Chat
He's
was
13
born.
years
He was
old.
born 8
Okay,
years
yeah.
ago.
You don't know what PS2 is.
He has our intern.
He was born about an hour ago.
Bro, NFL Street was like, it was just like NBA Street.
I didn't like that.
Dang.
Playing
Whoa.
with the Tims and all the necklaces.
Come on, man.
I
NFL
really
Street
appreciate
volume.
CL Smooth. I like that. Cause when I was NFL Street, I said, whatever it's called, NBA Street.
NBA Street Volume 2.
I was just the real stuff. NBA Live, NBA Live, and then 2K.
Yeah, Madden 2K.
Yeah, of course, man. But I'm saying NFL Street was good too.
Yeah. I guess you like Def Jam Vendetta too, didn't you?
No, I like Fight for New York though. No, Vendetta was
I
good.
gotta say, I like Vendetta.
Vendetta and Fight for New York was good. Yeah. I thought you were talking about Icon, the third one they tried. It was a couple.
I wasn't good with the fighting games.
Yeah, see, Mortal Kombat and all them. Yeah, like I got busy with that.
Tekken.
I could.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, Street Fighter, Tekken.
Tekken was
Yeah.
fire.
We gotta do a top 10 video game show here.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Yeah, listen, it's not as common as the quarterback sneak or flea flicker or something like that. Even back in the day when Walter Payton they would jump springboard over the top.
LT used to do that too.
Drew Brees was famous for just breaking the pipeline, bringing it back, whatever. But this tush push, it has to go, man, because it's becoming y'all thing. I think Carl said it that why he was like, when you play the Eagles, you got to get them in 3 downs, because if it's 4th and 2 or 4th and 3, they're gonna get it.
Yeah.
I love that for them, honestly. I like that part of it. That part to me is dope. It's like when you're playing Madden.
What's
right?
dope?
Because when you can't beat it, like you know
like a
when you're
cheat
playing
code.
Madden and you do the same move, you can only beat me doing that one play.
Yep.
So
Why
what?
can't you stop it?
Yeah, like you want me to stop doing this, then stop it, dude. Like if you can't stop
Well,
it, I'm
those
gonna
are
keep
real.
doing these
Those
swings.
are real plays.
But I mean, a play is a play, and
Boom.
if they're not calling it illegal, like I think it is, then
They are calling it now. We're talking about it.
no,
They're not calling it illegal. They're complaining about it, saying that it's an injury
Now, let me
concern.
say something.
It's a health concern on
Yeah,
that.
that Roger Goodell came out and said that, didn't he?
Yeah,
Tush
of
push
course. He doesn't
defense.
like us.
Tush push, and it's funny because he's a pause culture guy, and you have no problem saying with tush push.
Well, the media came up with tush push. We don't even call it that. It started with brotherly shove.
That's what it should be called.
Yeah,
That's
it
tough.
started with brotherly
The
shove.
is tough.
But then they went to tush push.
Yeah.
Like the media took it and we in the huddle. We never came out and said what we call it. But we don't call it that in the huddle. Like,
Yeah.
all right, tush push on 3. Like, come on, man, that's terrible. Nah, that's all the media.
I don't want the tush push going because of safety issues. I think it's a bunch of malarkey.
It is.
Now I'm on the tush push side because of that. Because it's not a safety issue thing. No,
Right.
Like he's a dudes get hurt all the time.
Right.
I'm just saying the formation and the way it's carried out, without picking up all these people and just pushing them, is such a disadvantage to the defense, man. A huge. We're already going against great players on both sides of the ball, and then y'all got Saquon Barkley, that train back there, and then you got AJ and Devontae and your offensive line. We get it. Then you go add some more people and get someone in the push. Nah, it got to go. It has to go.
We assembled this team.
It has
Howie
to go.
Roseman assembled this team
He
from
did.
top to bottom.
He did.
This is how we wrote. If you want to blame anybody, blame Howie for bringing in Nick, who brought in the play, and then blame Howie for bringing in all these players and creating the team that we have. That's the name of the game. Tell other GMs and head coaches and defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators to step their game up, not to take away from ours because we spent years after losing the Super Bowl to put this together. That's crazy.
This man about to make me be on his side.
That's crazy.
Are you wearing Eagles drones?
I don't know. I might have some socks on or something. He got some valid points, man.
That's crazy.
It's an
Yeah.
illegal play.
They ain't called it illegal. If they're not gonna say it's illegal, then it ain't illegal. And if it ain't illegal, then what the hell is the problem with them running it? Just because you can't stop it?
That's
But yes.
that's
No, that's not good
insane.
enough.
That is insane.
That's like the greatest show on turf when they had offensive plays. It was like, yo, what did they have to do? They had to cheat.
That's
The
like,
Patriots had to go and steal plays so they could beat Marshall Faulk and them boys. You better
Right,
cheat.
they
You better
did.
figure out.
remember that picture of the Detroit Lions, Calvin Johnson, Megatron going against, I think it was the Steelers. They had 3 defensive backs in front of them. It's a picture. It's like 3 defensive backs in front of Megatron.
He wasn't human. He wasn't human.
It was Megatron.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
right.
Like, you can't just try to figure out how to stop an advantage that another
You
team
can't
has.
stop something. Well, that's an illegal play.
It's
See,
been
this
stopped
one-
before.
What I don't like is when like they do stuff like jump on over the pile and stuff, but
Mhm.
that's a penalty on the defense.
Yeah.
Now that's if they have to even it that way, like because you can't be on defense and push a defender into the.
Well, you
offense.
can jump over the pile. It's just they did it too early. You have to time it right. Troy Polamalu used to stay doing that against against everybody.
Yeah.
Polamalu was a master at that. You can jump over. It's just when we played the Commanders, I forgot his name, Veda, or something like that. He just kept jumping too early because we would do it's been a minute since I played. We would do fake snap counts, and he would jump over because he would try to time it. So you can jump over piles. That's no problem. It's just that you have to time it right. And if we go on 2 or 3, then you're screwed. Yeah. That's all it is.
At Real QCB on Instagram, Tony_Adams79 said, "Not one time did I watch this Eagles team this year and think to myself that I'm watching an all-time great team." Davon tripping, but about 30 laughing emojis.
Listen, man, I laid out the accolades, and that's just the ones that I know.
I don't like when people like to throw in the accolade of the yards that Saquon had. Like this season wasn't the longest season that we've ever had in the history. Like I respect the numbers, but he had extra games, bro.
Dot, you know damn well if he did not sit out that last game, he would have crushed the record. But here's the thing: you're talking about games. I want to talk about carries. Because if we're talking games, and I want to go off of carries, he had less carries than Eric Dickerson did. And OJ had less carries than way less carries than Eric Dickerson did. So you going off of games, I respect that. I go off of carries.
OJ carried that damn.
Stop it.
Man,
Stop
go to the break, man.
Stop it. Stop it.
Go to the break, man.
We'll be back on Loud and Get